Another big
For
time
sure.
game this weekend. It's a Sunday night football game. Is the Raiders versus the Chargers, and this is a win and in game. If the Raiders win, they're in the playoffs. If the Chargers win, they're in the playoffs. But if the Steelers lose, these two teams can kneel it the entire time, and they both make the playoffs if that does in fact happen. But let's assume none of that happens. The Steelers win, so one of these teams has to win and make the playoffs. Who do you have winning this game?
I'm so torn on this one because my dad's a Raiders fan, so I kind of want the Raiders to win, get into the playoffs just for him. But I picked the Chargers, my sleeper team. If they don't make the playoffs, it's hard to be a sleeper team for the Super Bowl if you're not even in the playoffs, right? So I am torn here. The last time these two teams played was all the way back in week 4. I mean, that seems like a whole nother year as of right now, right? We're in week 18. Teams are completely different now. The Raiders team looks completely different. Chargers are more similar. This was a bit of a weird game because the Raiders got down big early. It was 21-0 at halftime. They made a comeback, was able to make it 21-14 at the end of the third quarter. Just wasn't enough. The Chargers ended up winning 28-14. In that game, Herbert played really well. Justin completion percentage of 82, threw for 3 touchdowns. Ackler did his thing, 15 carries, 117 yards. And the defensive line, the Chargers really played well too. Joey Bosa really won his matchup against rookie Alex Leatherwood. Applied 7 pressures to Derek Carr and the Raiders. I mean, they really got after the Raiders, had 15 pressures in total. And the Raiders also lost a couple DBs in that game. Trayvon Mullen and Damon Arnett both got hurt. So even more backups, they came in banged up already. So it was a bit of a tough matchup for the Raiders. They were at match just in terms of injuries, and the Chargers were just a better team at the time, even though the Raiders started off hot. In my opinion, though, I look at the Chargers. I think they have the better head coach, quarterback, running back, receivers, offensive line. Both of their defenses are bad, but at least the Chargers able to get some takeaways. The Raiders have the second fewest in the NFL. So while the Chargers don't have the best defense, at least they're able to have some sort of chaos defensively and get a couple turnovers. Now these teams get after the quarterback extremely well. They're towards the bottom of the league, both in sacks. When it comes to predicting this game, it's hard for me to go against Justin Herbert in the way he's been playing this season. So I would be taking the Chargers, but a part of me wants to root for the Raiders just because of all the dysfunction Derek Carr has been able to overcome, the passing of John Madden. Just it would be, poetic for them to get into the playoffs this year. I don't think they'll do much because they're just going to be outmatched by damn near every other team in the AFC, just pure talent wise. So I'm picking the Chargers, but I wouldn't be mad at all if the Raiders won.
I'm putting in a predicament here because I have been extremely vocal on how I don't believe in the Raiders. I said you got to fade them. I don't think they'll win a game the rest of the season. And they have told Andrew to politely shut up. Politely. It's going to be tough for them to beat the Chargers. I agree. You look at Max Crosby, you look at Nassib. These are guys that can get after the quarterback. And you're missing one of the guys that is the center is one of the most integral positions of the offensive line. Left tackle is the most important, but center is just right behind it. The center needs to be in great communication with the quarterback so they're in sync, so the offense starts to flow. And if you lose this guy Lindsley, it's going to be a huge hit to them. He's been one of the reasons why this offensive line's been so effective. You look at the grand scheme of this game, and who do you think will come out on top in terms of who's the more clutch player? We have Herbert, who has been scrutinized a little bit to a degree where people don't think that he can play against over 500 teams at the level that he plays against bottom teams of the league. And I kind of disagree with that to a degree. People gave him a little bit of criticism for his game against the Chargers. His game against the Chiefs. I thought he played a fine game. I just thought that the defense kind of just ran out of steam and they couldn't stop Patrick Mahomes. So I don't blame Herbert for that loss. I think he had a really great game. That being said, they should not lose this game against the Raiders. And maybe I'm the good luck charm for the Raiders by continuously counting them out. And I'm not going to jump ship. I think that the Chargers do win this game. I think that Herbert is going to outplay Derek Carr. I think that Austin Eckler is going to have a huge part in this win. Raiders do not have not a great rush defense by any means. They actually have a pretty bad rush defense. So I think Eckler makes his stamp on this game, and I think the Chargers come away with the W.
This is one of the harder games for me to pick a winner in because I love both teams. And I wouldn't say I love both teams. I love the Chargers for sure. With the Raiders, I just love Derek Carr. That's my guy through thick and thin. One of my favorite quarterbacks in the entire NFL. And I would love for him to make his first playoff. So I'm hoping the Steelers lose. But if I have to pick a winner, I got to go with the Chargers. I got to go with Justin Herbert. He's a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. They have the receivers. Granted, the Raiders are 10th in pass defense. So they have a pretty good pass defense, which is the perfect formula against the Chargers. But I think with Joey Bosa coming back, with Derwin James, who they were huge losses against the Texans, those guys get after it. And Joey Bosa specifically, he single-handedly dominated your Broncos. Drew Lock said he's tired. Joey Bosa next play sacked him and said, I'm not tired. Now, Joey Bosa is a madman. He's a dog. Linval Joseph is excellent against the run. I'm picking the Chargers in this one. It's going to be a close game, though. The first matchup, it was one-sided. Chargers were up 21-0 in the first half. I don't think the same thing's going to happen this time. And the Raiders playing in Allegiant Stadium, I think that's gonna be a big storyline. I know even in SoFi, it was basically all Raiders fans, but there's a different feeling in Allegiant Stadium. Derek Carr last game, he showed a lot of resilience and toughness coming back versus the Colts, but he made a lot of egregious throws because he was hurt, and I think he is playing hurt right now currently, and that's why I don't fully trust the Raiders, and I'm going with the Chargers, but I do hope that both teams make the playoffs because I'm a big Chargers fan, and I'm a big Derek Carr fan.
Yeah, I can't say the same. Not by any means. I mean, it is going to be a good game. That being said,
real quick, sorry to cut you off. There's no way they purposely tie, right?
I don't think so.
No, I think they have too much respect for themselves. What I'm hoping, they got to rep our division the correct way.
Since Derek Carr joined the Raiders, he's never had a defense that ranked higher than 20th. The supporting cast on offense was only good in 2016 with Amari Cooper. I would say only great in 2016, and he went 12-3. And this year, the Raiders are 9-7, despite Henry Ruggs getting arrested, John Gruden being fired, Damon Arnett being waived, Darren Waller being out the majority of the year. I mean, the Raiders have gone through so much. Derek Carr is the one consistent, and statistically, he's had his worst season in years. But man, do I love
still
some.
Putting up a good year.
Man, do I love some Derek Carr. I've said it before.
Now y'all.
Well,
Derek Carr is the Matthew Stafford of the AFC. At least what Matthew Stafford once was when he was in Detroit. He deserves a great situation, and I hope he does get a playoff appearance.
This is what's going to happen because Derek Carr hasn't shown anything in the playoffs either, but Derek Carr is going to leave because Joel likes Derek Carr. He's going to believe in him. He's going to put 100% faith in him. And then here I am going to also put my faith in Derek Carr, and I'm going to try and not be you in that scenario.
Where would you like to see Derek Carr go, Joel?
He's
not going to the Broncos, obviously, non-division.
I would love to see Derek Carr go to the Steelers.
Okay. I think they tried to change him to the NFC if possible, but if not, that's possible.
I think the Steelers, I think he just represents what the Steelers are all about.
You think he goes for 2 first?
He should. He should.
Yeah,
what do you think about Washington?
I love Washington as well.
I
think Washington, they win the NFC East, no doubt about it, if Derek Carr goes there.
They need to fix the defense. The defense needs to get back to 2020 level, but then sure.
Let me ask you a question, and this might be a little bit spotty, and we'll go on to the next topic after this, but are you even throwing Terry in that conversation of wide receivers you would want to start a franchise with over Cooper Kupp?
Cooper Kupp, I'm putting Cooper Kupp over Terry.
Yeah.
I feel like
everyone loves Terry. Terry has a very solid core fan base that loves him and thinks he's Terry, like a top 5 receiver.
I love Terry.
He's really good. Don't get me wrong, but he's not elite.
He is elite.
I think that he is elite. He has at least
top 5.
I agree. I don't think he's top 5. I agree. I'm just saying in terms of intangibles, in terms of everything you want in a wide receiver, Terry to a degree gives you all of those.
Hold on. Is Stephon Diggs not elite?
I think he's elite personally.
He's not top 5 though.
A bunch of receivers, all of him.
He's not top 5 though.
I was gonna say Mike Evans is elite. He's not top 5.
Yeah, Terry's elite. He's elite, no doubt.
There's a bunch of elite receivers.
He's really damn good. I'm not ready to give him the elite label yet.
He's better than Corey Davis.
Yeah, he is sick.
Is DK Metcalf?
Corey Davis isn't elite by any means.
He's better than Elijah Moore.
He is. Like, this isn't new to me, bro. He's better than Keelan Cole.
Bro, you called Elijah Moore Steve Smith Sr., bro.
Yeah, that's you.
Is DK Metcalf elite?
He had an elite season. He's great for sure.
13 TDs this year.
But Terry's better than DK.
I think with all the intangibles taken into account, I think that is not too far off. I just think in terms of a physicality standpoint and in terms of what they're best at, I think that DK's strong point, or excuse me, what DK is the best at, he's better than Terry in terms of the over the top. But in terms of everything taken into account, route running, deep ball ability, hands, I think that's where I agree with you that Terry is better than DK.
Because
do you think Terry's better than DJ Moore?
It's really close.
I think I'd take DJ.
It's
Are
close.
you taking Terry or Deontay?
I'm taking Terry.
That's a conversation. That's a conversation.
These three are, I think, in the same tier. But I think I would take Deontay, DJ, Terry.
Ooh, you're taking DJ over Terry?
Yeah, bro, he puts up more yards with just as bad quarterback play. Less touchdowns, but more yards.
I don't know Teddy last year, and DJ Moore had a great year last year. This year, DJ Moore, he's been solid. Does DJ have over 1,000 this year?
He's gonna get it.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like he's about to get it?
I think he actually does have it.
He's got 1070. Terry's got 960. DJ's got 86 receptions. Terry's got 73. DJ 4 touchdowns. Terry 5.
Did Terry miss some time?
No, they both played 16.
All right. Well, there's nothing to say.